Hello guys, my name is Evelyn Sims and welcome to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today we're decorating an apartment, quite a big apartment actually. It is a big modern family apartment and I was set on, by the way, before I start talking like properly about the build, the layout of this build or this apartment is the same as my other big family apartment from like sometime during the summer last year, I think. I really liked how that layout was, so I just kind of, it felt natural too, so I just kind of took everything out. I did change a few things, but overall it's pretty much the same for the layout. However, you know, the items are completely different. I've moved some of the rooms around and stuff like that, so not everything is the same with other items, I promise. But anyways, so for this apartment, I was set on making it like very bright in the beginning, like maybe a few pastels here and there, and then, you know, stick with that. And then I changed my mind to, no, let's make it neutral tone. So let's just make it like beige and maybe a little bit of darker brown here and there, a lot of white. And then I ended up changing it to, no, let's make it dark brown. And then I ended up changing it one more time because I cannot make up my freaking mind. So it turned out to be very red, white, and black, which is the usual. It's quite a common color scheme, but I feel like it really works for this apartment. So the only room that's not red, black, and white is the toddler one because the toddlers don't have a bed to go with that color scheme, unfortunately, but that's just how that is. So yeah, we have a very, very red, black, and white apartment here, which is, I usually make every room like very, very unique in color scheme wise. I mean, so very unique to the build itself, but for this time, or for this apartment, I chose to sort of make everything, you know, fit together, so they're all quite red, white, and black. Of course, I hope that you can like see the difference between the rooms and stuff, because I did try to use other like different items so that they stand out on their own. And of course, the teenagers and also the children have their hobby. Actually, are there any children's room in this apartment? I think there's one. Yeah, there's one with 2 beds. So there's room for 2 toddlers, 2 beds, 2 teens, and 2 parents. So it's an 8 apartment or 8-sim apartment, which yeah, last time I put in like, I think there was room for 10 Sims, which is completely pointless. But yeah, this time we're going, actually I think one of the teens has a double bed, so technically there's room for whatever, it's fine. We're just gonna pretend like it's her own room and she doesn't share it with anyone, unless, you know, her boyfriend moved in for whatever reason, or her girlfriend for that matter. You know, could happen, I don't know. But yeah, it is quite a big apartment, so they could have their own little section down there in one end, because I did put the toddlers and the children's bedrooms near the parents' bedroom, and then the 2 teens get to stay a little bit further away. But yeah, I wanted to build this in the other apartment, so what's his name? Lobo? Something Lobo. Or Lobo something. The you know, the guy with the very colorful outfit inside Myshuno. I wanted it to build in his apartment, but it just, the layout of that apartment is so strange. It's like, it's a long apartment and the door is in one end, so you're like, how are you gonna how are you gonna fit every room into this build? Like, you have to go through every room to get to the room at the end of the apartment. That doesn't make any sense. So I decided to just build in this one. But I do want to try and build in like every single apartment in Myshuno, so I can do like a what's the word called? Give Myshuno a makeover, maybe. That would be kind of fun. I feel like I'm rebuilding well, except for Willow Creek and Newcrest, because I keep building on the same lots because they have the best lighting and there are no trees in the way when you take screenshots. So yeah, other than that, I feel like I'm trying to sort of rebuild every world right now, which I don't know why, because I'm not planning on doing like a save file or anything, because I suck at community lots and that's just not gonna go well. So I can make a save file just with new suburban or new family homes. I can do that. But I can't. I don't think I can do a full save file with new community lots too, because I suck at community lots. I don't know. To me, I think it's because community lots in real life are not necessary, unless they're like museums, like seaside museums or something like that. They're usually stuck to other buildings. Doesn't make any sense. When you're in the city and you walk to a restaurant, they're not in like an isolated building by itself. They're usually connected to other buildings in like, you know, apartment buildings or something like that. So I think that's why I just kind of can't really imagine a community lot by itself, unless it's like a museum in like an old building they've kind of emptied out and just put a lot of paintings in there. Well, just put a lot of paintings in there, but you know what I mean. Hopefully, you know what I mean, because we do have a lot of those over here with that like older buildings that they've turned into museums, like older. There's one in the city that's like an old actual like a residence, like a home. It's huge. The person who owned it just kept building it bigger and bigger and bigger, and now they've turned it into a museum, and it's huge. But it's funny because when you walk around inside of it, you can sort of see like it doesn't look like a community lot. It looks more like a home, but they've kind of just taken everything out and put paintings in there. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, that's why I think I'm so freaking bad at community lots. I just can't imagine them because in my mind they're connected to other buildings. They're in apartment buildings, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's just how that is. But I'm gonna try. I mean, I've never seen a cafe that's just by itself. Actually, that's not true. There's one in Copenhagen. I went to one in Copenhagen where I got brunch one day, and it wasn't like this, but it was like this little square made out of glass. So I don't think it counts fully. But it was by itself. It was in the middle of like a huge like plaza kind of thing. So I think that one, I don't think it counts because it was just like a little glass building. Like when I say glass building, I mean like a cube made of windows basically, but they just look like glass buildings. So anyways, how are you guys doing today on this Thursday? It's almost weekend, so it's just around the corner. One more day to go for some of you. I guess for some of you, you probably got weekend already. Who knows? I actually have work today, so I don't. To be honest though, it's probably good that I have work today because I feel like I've been slacking off like crazy the last couple of weeks because I haven't been doing anything. If you're new to my channel, I work quite a lot sometimes, and sometimes I just don't work at all because I'm a translator, so I work when I get jobs, and when I don't have any jobs, I just don't have stuff to do, so I do YouTube basically. But for these last like 2 weeks or something, I haven't really had a lot of work, and I feel like I'm slacking like crazy. I feel so lazy. I'm not really doing anything. It's good to keep myself busy with YouTube though during those times, because then I feel like I have something I need to release something one day. Like I have some goal to reach or fulfill, you know what I mean? So hopefully you know what I mean. I suck at explaining, so I don't know. Sometimes you probably don't know what I mean, but yeah, I feel like I've been slacking a little bit, so it's nice to just get like these smaller jobs that don't take way too long, but sometimes it's also annoying because sometimes I get jobs that take longer to download and open than it does to actually translate, which is freaking stupid. It feels like a waste of time, you know. Okay, but I'm not Cindy Crawford, so I can't just say I don't want to get out of bed for less than $10,000 a day. So that's just how that is. But yeah, I feel like I've been slacking a little bit, so it's gonna be nice to sit here and do a little bit of work while this video is rendering, I think, and maybe I can contemplate on what to build next while I sit there and work a little bit. I don't even know what the jobs are about, but I will see that when I start them. But anyways, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Do you have any like plans for the weekend or something like that? Are you going to the beach? I don't know. It could be beach weather somewhere in the world right now. It probably is, to be honest. Like Southern Europe should be fine weather right now in May, I think. I used to go to Italy a lot in April, start of April, and it was like warmer there than it would be in Denmark during summer. So I suppose that it's beach weather somewhere in the world right now, and let me know. Are you going to the beach this weekend? I want to say I'm jealous, but I'm really not because I don't like going to the beach. But I am happy for you if you are going to the beach, because I would love to just lie somewhere with my Switch and, well, it's not my Switch. I stole it from my boyfriend. It's fine. And play Kirby and relax somewhere. That would be great. Actually, no, I want to make videos. I've changed my mind. That's a sentence. So I want to make videos. I am staying behind my computer indoors all day. My mom is coming to Scotland next weekend, so I am trying to sort of, while working, also trying to sort of pre-record a few builds so I can be like 2 days. If I'm just 2 days ahead of time, it should be fine, because then I should have videos up for Saturday and Sunday next week, and then she goes home on the Monday, and it all should be good. But I don't know. I release builds during the weekend, and they take quite a lot of time to do, so we'll see if I manage to pre-record those. But I do have a collab coming up at some point, which is going to be fun to do. I'm very excited to see what, I'm not going to say anything about it yet, but I'm very excited to see what the person does with this house. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. And, other than that, I have like a jungle house that I'm working on right now, which I've fully finished, like exteriors on it, the exterior on it, and I don't know, I sat down one day and I just thought I want to build another jungle house because it's been a while. So I don't often build in El Salvador, El Salvador, so whatever. I don't often build in that world, but I was really feeling it that day, so I actually sat down. I'm trying to sort of improve my sleeping schedule just a little bit because it's really messed up. I'm failing miserably at it, but you know, I'm trying my best, so that's something. But that day I sat down at 1 a.m. or I was sitting down already, whatever. I sat down at 1 a.m. and started building the jungle house. And I looked at the clock when I was done with the exterior, and suddenly it was 20 to 3, and I was just sitting there like, how the heck? What happened? How did time just fly by? So yeah, I have that house coming at some point. I should probably start building some more houses in Oasis Springs. It was requested, or not requested, suggested on my Tumblr. I don't like to call it requests because I feel like requests are something that you have to fulfill, and I do not have the time to fulfill every request that I get. So yeah, I tend to call it suggestions rather than requests. So I did get a request suggestion on Tumblr asking if I could build some more houses in Oasis Springs, but I kind of don't like the lighting in Oasis Springs. I know some people love it, you know, but to me the world looks dry and warm, and the lighting is just too yellow for my liking too. But I will try maybe build something up in the upper west side of the map because that one's more green. So we'll see if that happens at some point. I kind of want to build some Tuscan, even though I'm not fully sure what Tuscan is, but we can always build something Mediterranean maybe, because I do know what I'm not practiced in building Mediterranean builds, but I do know what they are, so we can definitely have a look at that at some point if you guys are interested in that. But other than that, I love Willow Creek, but I've started building in Newcrest too. So anyways, this is the parents' bedroom, and I did feel like this room was a little bit too big to be a bedroom. I kind of like to make my bedrooms very small and cramped, but it's just the layout of the apartment. This fit better, and just the size of the room fit like that, and that's just how that is. But I did try to put in the wall divider to sort of, I don't know, fill up some space as well, so it didn't just look like, I don't know, big and empty. And I thought I took down that Audrey Hepburn painting, but apparently I didn't. So yeah, anyways, this is the children's bedroom. Sorry, I was about to say parents' bedroom again, but I'm pretty sure it's not the parents' bedroom. This is the children's bedroom, and still sticking to red, white, and black. And I love those bits. I think they're super cute, but they're kind of gray though, aren't they? They're not fully black. I hope it's okay though. I hope it fits. And I don't often use those shelves either, but for this one, I saw them. I was like, okay, we can put those in here. I never used them. Let's put those in here. So they do get some a bit. They get a few of the scary My Sims figures, which I hope is okay, but they do get the vampire, I think, and the crazy scientist, which is, they're not the most children friendly. I don't know, is that that's not a scientist. What is he? A samurai? I don't know. What is he? Looks like a mad scientist because of his hair, but I don't actually fully know what he is, but okay. I was actually planning on making this room just for one kid, but decided to put in another bed because there was room for it and I didn't know what to do with the space, so I was like, okay, we're just gonna put in another children's bed. So they're basically for teens, or not for teens, for twins. This room is basically for twins is what I'm trying to say. And also over here they have another twin bedroom for toddlers though, so we're gonna go for I think I put in some dark gray in there, but it's mainly like purple and white, and then with a little bit of gray, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I had like serious issues fixing this room because the layout of the room was just weird. The shape of the room was weird. The windows at the end of the room were in a weird place. I mean, where else is they supposed to be? But still. So this room is a little bit strange. It's not my favorite toddler room that I've ever done. I will admit to that, but I did try to fit in as many toddler items as possible because the toddlers do need like a toy chest. They need their beds, the bookcase, the weapon tablet, the what's it called, a plushie, and the dollhouse and stuff like that. So they do need these different items to skill or to level up their skills so they can get some advantage when they turn into a child, I guess. I don't actually fully know how that works anymore. I don't remember. But I did make sure they had those different items so that they can level up their skills. Maybe together. They can sit there and play together because they are twins. So maybe these twins like to play games together. I don't know. How is this gonna work when hopefully the teens will have moved out once the children grow up into teens, because otherwise it's gonna be awkward. They're gonna have to share another room, and then I don't know, the toddlers are gonna have to stay in this room together as children, and that's just gonna be very cramped because there's not a lot of space in this room. So I hope that the teens hopefully move out at that point. They will have moved out or something. I don't know. Let's not think too much about the future of this family. Let's just hope they find their way, you know, into a house where they can live together. But I also actually wanted to make this apartment. I didn't want to make it too like luxurious or anything like that, like too extravagant, but it did turn out looking a little bit expensive, I will admit to that. Especially the girl teens bedroom, I feel like definitely is not like a common teen's bedroom. It's more like a wealthy teens bedroom, if that makes any sense. But it wasn't my plan to start out with. That's just kind of how it went. I feel like often with modern builds, or with my modern builds at least, that's how it turns out in the end, kind of. I don't often do modern builds or modern interiors at all. Like, yeah, I'm not very good at modern builds, to be honest. I kind of suck at modern builds, to be honest. But I do have 2 modern builds that I'm working on, but I'm nervous to share them because they're not the best, and I'm not as confident with those builds as I am with some of my other builds, and they're just kind of one of them I've been working on for I think since January, and the other one I've been working on since start of March or something. Maybe I should do like an updated building. Maybe I should start a new modern building. I hope for the best. I don't know, but I feel like I've been spending too much time on the other 2 to just like scrap them, but at the same time I don't fully want to share them because I'm not fully sure of them, but we'll see. Maybe they'll turn up on the channel one day. Maybe it'll be like a Wednesday surprise build. I don't know. So this is the boy teen's bedroom, and he's got a lot of windows in his room. He's definitely got a lot of light coming. I hope this during summer this room is probably very, very, very warm, because as far as I know there's no AC in there either, so it's just like windows, like light coming in through the windows. I would probably die in there. There's probably like a sauna in there, to be honest, but that's just how that is. He's gonna have to live in there. And next to him, the last bedroom and that is for the teen girl, who's probably the oldest one of the 6 kids, I would say. She's got the biggest room, and it's a little less teen-like than the boys' room. It's a little bit more young adult, so maybe she's like on the edge of turning into a young adult. Like she's right on the last stages of teen, if that makes any sense. I did have issues figuring out where to put everything in this room because, again, it's just kind of like a big room, and there's like this big empty wall, and I was just looking at like, what am I gonna do with this? But I do feel like I figured it out by the end. She also gets a wall divider, and she gets a piano or a keyboard and 2 guitars, and she's got her own little study area over in the corner, so maybe she goes to college or something like that, so she can't just do her homework while sitting in bed. I mean, I used to do my homework while sitting in bed because I did not have a desk. But random fact for you guys, you're welcome. But she's got her own little study area over there, and yeah, not a cluttered build overall, I would say, for a change. kind of turn down the clutter just a little bit, because I do that often with my modern builds. I don't clutter them up as much as I usually do, because I just feel like that's, I don't know, it doesn't look modern to me. Maybe it's because we don't have a lot of modern clutter. Maybe, I don't know. What is modern clutter? I don't know. Also feels weird to say modern clutter. Anyways, we're going into screenshots soon, so I'm gonna wrap up this voiceover now. You can download this apartment build off the gallery. My ID is the same as my YouTube name, so Evelyn Sims, and it is uploaded as a room build. I think I've ended up calling it Big Modern Family Apartment, or Modern Family Apartment, or something like that. The name of the save file or the build or whatever on the gallery will be listed in the description down below, along with the price and also the address where to put in the build in case you don't know yet. And yeah, everything else should be listed down there, my origin ID as well. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you belonged. If I could, I would get something new, then I would have what it takes. Make you feel like you're safe, 'cause all I need is just someone like you, someone like you, someone like you. Yeah, I just need someone like you, someone like you. Yeah, I just need someone like you, someone like you. 'Cause all you need is someone true like you are. 'Cause all you need is somebody. 'Cause all you need is someone true like you are. Someone like you.